Welcome back to MCC Connects. I'm now joined by Marge Rack, who is professor of art in the humanities department at Middlesex Community College. Welcome, Marge.
Thank you.
You're here to talk about a really exciting new project or landmark in the city of Lowell that I actually have already had the pleasure of visiting. And it's a new Cambodian kiln. And it's over on Aiken Street in Lowell.
Correct, yeah.
And it was in partnership with the Lowell Public Schools and the National Historic Park. But before we get there, let me ask you, Marge Rack, a little bit about tell us a little bit about you. How did you end up at Middlesex Community College? What is your background?
Okay. Well, I studied art in college. I actually started when I was probably like 12 years old, you know, and I always knew I wanted to be an artist. And I went to museum school in Boston, and then went out in the world and tried to make it as an artist, and years later found myself teaching as an adjunct both at museum school and at Middlesex in the evening for a long time. And then a wonderful opportunity opened up for a full-time position at Middlesex 8 years ago, and I was thrilled to be able to come to Middlesex.
How did you get involved, and how did the Cambodian Kiln come to Lowell?
Mr. Yari Levan had just in the past year come to the U.S. seeking asylum, political asylum, and he's this amazing ceramist. And people had quickly noticed, and I don't quite know how that connection happened, but within no time he was at Harvard Ceramics doing a visiting artist residency there, producing volumes and volumes of the most amazing ceramics as a visiting artist. And so I took 2 Khmer speaking youth with me, and we went to meet him because he didn't even speak English yet. And it was kind of just love, you know. He was doing a big demonstration. He was carving an apsara, the celestial dancer, about 5 feet long and 3 feet wide, a big panel that he was going to cut into tiles. And all of the Harvard ceramists and community ceramists were diligently watching. But my 2 girls were having a little conversation in Khmer with him on the side, you know, as he's working. And so they just connected. And we asked him if he'd work with us, and we were so thrilled when he said yes.
One of the special things or the uniqueness of this kiln is it's smokeless.
Yes, yes. So that was another part of our journey. Through Harvard University, we met a Japanese ceramist, potter, kiln builder, who actually built a smokeless wood-fired kiln for Harvard in partnership with Nobles and Greenough School in Dedham. And so we met Mr. Kusakabe and visited the kiln there when he fired it, and it's amazing, you know. You burn 2 cords of wood and no smoke comes out of the chimney.
I mean, you can kind of see the heat because there is heat, just the way the heat just
but no smoke.
No smoke.
Yeah.
And I would think that had it produced smoke, you probably would have come up against a lot of
Would have been a little more difficult, especially in an urban area.
Yeah, urban and in the environment today. People don't want smoke going. So what a wonderful...
So yeah, people kept saying, I don't know, you're going to have to put a scrubber afterburner in that chimney. And we're saying, no, really it's going to work, you know. So Mr. Prung made the original drawings based on the wood-fired kiln that they had used in Cambodia.
I was able to go to the wonderful ribbon cutting. It was a beautiful ceremony that they had a prayer dancer, and it was just a wonderful, had nice food, and I got to see the kiln actually work. So you brought 2 pieces along with you today. Tell us about these.
Yeah. So this one is what we call a pedestal vase, and it's a very classical shape. So you would find this shape in 12th century examples at the height of the Angkor period of the Cambodian culture, right? So pieces like this would be unearthed at Angkor Wat. And you'll see them in the National Museum, you know. So in the narrow, about a foot here, and then it narrows here, and then flares with carving all around here. This is also a classic piece. Also would date back to the same period, because Mr. Yari and Mr. Prung are traditional artists, so they continue the ancient forms. Very engaging animal shape, you know, this little elephant.
Magnificent.
Yeah,
look at the work on there, the detail. Where can folks, you have a blog?
We have a blog, yes, and it's connected to Middlesex's website. So if you go to Middlesex's website and you just search Cambodian Kiln, it'll bring you to the art department's page. And then under special projects, you'll find our blog, and you can see you can see me in Cambodia meeting Mr. Prong. You can go way back there, or you can see the first bricks laid. We started the project this summer. You know, all the way to, you can see the artist carving the pots, and then unloading the kiln at the end.
Well, Marge Rack, thank you so much. This was so enlightening and so
pleasure,
educational, and I'm very excited. We'll have you back maybe in the spring or next year at this time, and we'll see where the kiln has brought us.
Oh, that'd be great.
Thank you for joining me for this episode of MCC Connects. Stay tuned each month so that you too can stay connected to Middlesex Community College.